Hello students, welcome back for your online classroom studies. In our last lecture we have studied all about your subject and verb agreement with the help of few examples from outside from your book. But I thought that we should make one more video about the same chapter, where this time we will discuss everything about your book examples and the top most important line by line instructions which they have given to you, how you will find out that which subject and verb agreement works and when to use it. So hope students you have enjoyed the last video and you still have remembered what is the agreement between subject and verb, and there were a funny story which I told you, so that you should never ever forget the concept of verb and subject agreement. So jokes apart and the stories apart, let us discuss the points which is already given in your book. So we are starting your chapter number 3. It's all about agreement between the subject and verb. You're already aware about the fact that why and how verb and subject will work, but I'll just read it out one by one, all the steps, because I have given you the homework that you just have to read it out, and now I'm explaining you. Hope all together this is how your doubts will be clear. So I just request everyone, kindly just get your books in front of you, so that when I will read it out you can check in your books also, and this is how you will understand. Take a pencil with you so that you can underline wherever you are not able to understand, and you can ask me your doubts in your Google Classroom also. So let's start the class today. It's your chapter number 3, agreement of verb and subject. A verb must agree with its subject in number and person. I told you students that if subject comes singular, verb is supposed to be singular. If subject is plural, verb is supposed to be plural. But verb has got a different mind concept, so it makes verb becomes plural when verb removes sen, s and es, and verb become singular when it adds ses in itself. So a singular subject requires a singular form of verb, while a plural subject requires a plural form of the verb. Now the first point, two or more singular subjects joined by and take a plural verb. So students, this was the example I have given you in my last class also. For example, here it is given, Harry and his brother are identical twins. Now if you can check carefully students, the subject which is given here, that is not alone. They are talking about Harry as well as his brother. So now they are talking about two subjects, and when there is a two, then we are supposed to use verb also plural. Am I right? So how verb become plural? When you add or remove, we remove. But now again try to understand the meaning of the sentence. If you will see here, Harry and his brothers, we were talking all about the main verbs. Whenever you use main verbs, you are supposed to use ses along with that. But whenever you talk about your helping verbs, at that time your helping verbs work bit different. It works according to the singular and plural. For example, for a singular subject we use s, I always comes with am, and if there are two or more than two, then it comes with are. So that is the reason they have used are over here. Hope there is no doubt. Atul and Amit, again Atul and Amit, if you make a sentence in past tense, are converted into verb. He and I, now me and you, we are two or more than two. So we and you are great friends. Very nice. So there are two exceptions to this rule. What are the exceptions if we can read it out? When two singular subjects refer to the same person or thing, the verb is in the singular. For example, my friend and guide. Now remember students, my friend and guide, after and there is no my. It simply means that they are talking about the same subject, and the same subject can be my friend also and can be my guide also. For example, you students are my motivation as well as my support. So I am talking about you only. It means there is no other. So these are the exceptions when you talk about the same but you are giving two adjectives of a single person. So my friend and guide has come. So you are already aware that has comes with the singular, have come with the plural or I or we. So the very same way, if you can check here, the poet and statesman is dead. Now there is a person who is dead. Now that person was a good poet as well as a statesman. Now remember, if there is a change, the poet and the statesman, remember, if the article is used twice, it means both the adjectives are used for both two different person. Now here the poet and statesman, it means one person, two adjectives. That was a poet also and a statesman also. So subject is singular here. That is the reason they have used is dead. So if the article is used only once, the two nouns refers to the same person and the verb is in the singular. But if the article is mentioned twice, that is the same thing which I just explained. If the article is mentioned twice, then two distinct persons are intended and therefore the verb in this case must be in the plurals. They have given you the example also, the poet and the statesman. Now the poet, the statesman, two person are dead, not is dead. Hope it is clear to you. When two subjects represent one idea, the verb is in the singular. Now remember students, sometimes what happen, for example, bread and butter goes together. These are not the plurals, these are the singular ones. Bread and butter and milk and sugar. So we usually calculate as a one object. So rice and curry is my favorite. It's not going to be are. Sometimes there are some substances which can be used together. Time and tide, weights. Now time and tide, weights, if there is a s. So don't get confused, ma'am. There is s, it means verb becomes singular. But here time and tide, two things. No, it's not two things. Time and tide, it's a kind of proverb, or you can say it's a kind of idiom which always comes together. So the time and tide waits for none. This is the same, I believe, like question in your assignment part also. But there they have changed time and tide waits for no man, something like that. So let's move forward for the next example. If two singular nouns joined by and are preceded by each and every, the verb is in the singular. Now remember students, if in the beginning, preceded means in the beginning. In the beginning of your sentence you find a word every or each. Then your and your nouns, your singular nouns are joined by and also. Let's see some example. Every man and woman. Now remember, every man and woman. Now they are talking about the man also, woman also. But it is a combined statement of the human, you might have heard about some speeches. When most of the politicians start their speeches, ladies and gentlemen, right? Both goes together. The very same way, every man and woman. So it comes, it calculated as one. That is the reason works. S is coming along with the verb. Hope you have understood. Each boy and girl. Now in a class, obviously that is a common thing. Boy should be there, girl should be there. So it will be calculated as one. So each boy and girl makes a separate report. Hope it is clear to you. And now let's read out the next point. When two or more singular subjects are connected by or, but, neither, nor, either, or, a singular verb form is required. Now remember students, wherever you find neither, nor, but, either, or, everywhere it will perform for the singular thing only. For example, John or. Now remember, or word is there. You must have attended your question papers in your exam papers. There are two questions given to you, whether you are supposed to do one or two. If there is or between them, it means you can choose. There is a selection given to you. But if there is and, then you are bounded to do both. Hope it is understood to you. So when it is John or Tapan, it means they are talking about a single. Then they have used is to be elected president. Neither Rita nor Reena. They are talking about one person only. Either it can be Rita or it can be Reena. So has, they have not used have, because it's not plural here, it's singular. Either they are talking about Rita or they are talking about Reena. Has a chance. Not only his wife, but even his mother finds him selfish. So if you can read out this sentence again very carefully, not only his wife but even his mother, one by one they are talking about both the persons, but they are using both for a singular subject. Finds him selfish. So hope it is clear to you. They have given you a small note over there. When the subjects connected by or nor are different numbers, the verb should be plural and the plural subject should be placed near the verb. Most of the time it is necessary that you always use your verb near to your verb. Let's move forward for your next page. Hope all of you are already having your books in front of you, because my pages are a bit blur. I'll just read it out. You can check in your books also. Neither James nor his lawyer were there. Neither James nor his lawyers were there. Jack or his brothers are to be blamed. Now remember students, in our last examples, or were there or simply indicates about one thing, because you are supposed to choose one. But neither and nor can be used for two, because they are trying to indicate you two things. Jack and his brother, they are talking about Jack also, they are talking about his brother also. That is the reason they have used the helping verbs as are and were. Hope it will not make you confused. So let's move forward. When the subjects joined by or nor are different people. Now if anywhere you find or and nor used for different person, not for a one person, the verb agrees with the nearest to it. Either you or he is correct. Now it's understood to you. When you try to read out the sentence, either you or he, it means how many person? One or two? Two persons are there. It means plural is there. So with plural you are supposed to use he. But remember, there is or. It means either I can be right or you can be right. Only one person has to be right. So again the conclusion comes to the one person. That is the reason they have used is. But it is better to write either you are correct or he is. So if you will use either or after the comma, remember student, comma plays a very important role while writing the sentences. If you will just join the sentences without any commas, it means it's a combined one sentence, and first one is absolutely right. But if you are supposed to write down with commas by separating, then you in that case your either goes with you and he is different. So that is the reason they have used either you are correct or he is. So both are using different subjects over there as well as verbs. Neither my friend nor I am sorry. But if it is written in this way, neither my friend is sorry, comma, nor I am. So both are different. Now let's read out the next one. Mathematical computations may take either a singular or a plural verb. So in mathematics, by reading only you will get an idea whether this is a plural or a singular subject. 2 times 3 is 6. Now remember, 2 times 3. Now 2, in mathematics you give a power upon the numbers, 2 power given to 3. So that is the 6. But what they have said, 2 times 3, it means if you multiply 2 into 3 also, that comes to 6. So they are talking about the calculation between only two numbers, but the answer comes to you 6. That is the reason it's becomes singular. 4 and 4 are 8. Now it's an addition. It's not a calculation of multiplication. If it is a multiplication, then it can be your answer can be in the form of singular. But if it is in the form of addition, then it will go as a plural, because in addition always you get your numbers double or more, right? I think the same example they have asked in your assignment also. 2 and 2 makes 4. Very nice. So let's move forward. A singular subject which is followed immediately by as well as. Remember students, there are some sentences where you find as well as in addition to including less than, with, together with, or a similar construction requires a singular verb. So here I am going to read it out these sentences for you. The husband as well as the wife. Now husband and wife, it's a combined thing. The coach together with his assistant. Now they are talking about a team. So obviously coach comes with the assistants. The store in addition to the farm. So there were a farm and there were a store too. So it's a combined thing. The king with all his sons. So what they are talking about? They are talking about a king and their sons. So it's a combined thing. So these are some places where you also find that you use only these your verb should be in a singular verb, but to make it singular you always add ses, right? A singular subject followed by a plural modifier requires a singular verb. The attitude of these men is definitely hostile. Now if you will read these men, now you get confused, ma'am, these is for a plural, but they are talking about what? They are talking about the abstract noun over here. The attitude is a singular thing and it's an abstract, so that is the reason they have used is over there. One of the girls looks sick. Now there are many girls and they are talking about a one only. That is understood to you. A list of the names of successful candidates is available. Now a list of the names, there is a names list and they are talking about a list. Remember, in front of your sentence only they have used a indicates a single thing. I hope it is not making you anywhere confused. You just have to read it out very carefully, then you will easily understand your subject and verb agreement. Now the next point, such indefinite pronouns as anybody, anyone, each, either, everybody, neither, nobody, no one, somebody and many generally require a singular verb. Remember, wherever you will get each, nobody, anybody, it comes with your singular verb. And when a subject is a relative pronoun, the verb agrees with the antecedent of that pronouns. For example, he is one of the men who act as advisors. So now they are talking about a relative pronoun here. They were talking about he and they have given you the more description about he only, that he is one of the men who act as advisors. So that is the reason you are supposed to use as a verb subject. He is one of the men who act as advisor. Now they were talking about only one person. That one person is an advisor also, and that is a man also. This is one of those problems which have many solutions. Again, this comes with is, because they are talking about, either might be they are talking about the problems, but it has many solutions also. But one of them they have used, it indicates that they are talking about a one person. Hope this video is not getting longer for you. We are having only 2 more points to discuss, I think. Okay, a collective noun takes a singular verb when the class it names is considered as a unit, a plural verb when the members of the class are considered individually. Now remember students, in your assignment also it is given to you, when you talk about a word which indicates for a common noun, you can say, a collective noun, you can say. For example, the jury is finally complete. Jury itself means that they are talking about group of judges, those who are going to judge something. But it always, if there is any helping verb they are going to use, it will always come with is. The jury were divided in their opinion, and this is how it will make your plural. The family holds an annual gathering. The family have never been able to agree on a single issue. It's totally upon the sentence, how the sentence is written, then you will understood your points. Okay, let's move forward. Plural numbers takes a singular verb when they are used in a phrase to indicate a sum or a unit. 10 years, it's a combined thing. 10 years, whole 10 years they are talking about. 5 lakhs of rupees, it's a 5 lakhs of rupees of a total number. 10% is good interest. They're talking about a like a calculation which is given to you either to understand something or in a round figures, you can say 40 hours is a regular work week. When you talk about accurate numbers in a sentences, it simply means that you are supposed to use is along with them, a singular verb, because they are used in a phrase to indicate a sum, no, and as a unit, not as like 50,000. And now all the zeros are not separate. Now you cannot divide 50,000 rupees into 1 rupee or 2 rupees or 5 rupees. 50,000 is a sum of rupees. 10 years is a sum of time duration. 5 lakhs is sum of rupees. 10%, it's again a unit. 40 hours, it's again represents a unit. Hope it will not make you confused. You are having a question in your assignment about it also. Certain nouns which are plural in form but singular is meaning generally takes a singular verb. The most common of these are dynamics, economics, electronics, ethics, news, physics, statistics, linguistics, whereabouts. So there are some certain nouns which are plural in form. It means when you heard about that noun only, you are not getting a single idea, you are getting about a whole big number of idea. But singular is meaning generally takes a singular verb, but as it's used as a singular, so only singular noun will come. No news. Now you don't know how many news are there. News itself is a plural also and a singular also, so that is the reason it comes with the singular helping verb. Statistics is a difficult subject. Now in statistics you are not supposed to read only about the numbers or the calculations. It's a vast subject, so you are supposed to study many things in that subject, but that you will use only is, because statistics itself is a singular thing. Now errors due to proximity, there are some errors also, like we talk about exceptional cases. There is an erroneous tendency among students to make the verb agree with the noun near it. Remember students, if in any sentence you are getting confused that whether we should use our subject is plural or singular, you simply have to think that your verb is near to what. If your verb is nearer to the subject and that subject is singular, then you will make your verb singular by adding ses. And if your subject is plural and the nearer verb is you will make it plural by removing ses. So example is also given to you, the quality of the shoes. Now remember, the quality of the shoes is not up to the mark. The quality is where you will find the quality is in the beginning, but of the shoes is just near to is. So that is the reason they have used is over there. The subject of the verb is quality and not the shoes, hence the correct verb should be is and not are. So that is the reason in helping verbs, students, there is no need to use SNES formula. There you always use your helping verbs, is for the common single thing, are for the plural things. So neither of the applicants is fully qualified. So they are talking about again neither and nor comes, you are supposed to use singular. The cost of essential commodities, they are talking about the cost. Now the indicates for article always used for a one thing. Not only his clothes but also his appearance was shabby. So they are again talking about a one person. So hope students that subject and verb agreement by reading your all the points from your book is understood to you, and we are having our Google Classroom also right now. So if you still anywhere you didn't understand, you can ask me in your Google Classroom. Thank you so much students, because your video is already very long. Just ask me your doubts in your classroom.